Hello again, YouTube. You good? So we're back in the pallet garden. It's been 2 weeks since I last spoke about and put that vlog out. I know it's been I've now posted it a week, but I tend to schedule. However you spell it. There's no C in there. It should be just schedule, isn't it? Is there a C in there? I don't know. Schedule, whatever you want to say. It's been in the diary for a while, and I just thought I'd come back and just finish off the vlog because it's been 2 weeks. Because I know the last time I made my vlog, let's see if I can find a video of the gunner. It was not popping like this, but the weather has been atrocious since I've been away. I went to London for a week and I kind of enjoyed the kind of, what's that, a bone? Yeah, it's a bone. I went to enjoy the kind of Easter holidays with my son, and we had a good time. We went on canal boats, we had lots of eggs, lots of chocolate eating, lots of overindulging, which is what you want to do in Easter time. So, but it's nice to be back. It's nice to be back and to see what's growing and see how things are transpiring and keep an eye on these guys. And I'm going to finish off where I left off. So let's get talking. So I remember I was down here and I was bigging up the lilac, but I've since strolled over here to have a look at it. And someone, and I think it's you, Gozzy, has been nibbling all the fresh shoots of this stuff. So look, just here, look, this was green. You can see it budding up. It looks so good. I might have to start kind of protecting all the kind of precious stuff in here, because you can see I can see on here. Let me show you closely what he kind of does. This is kind of, I think it might be boredom. But again, like I said, if I release him, he can't fly. He'll just get shot or just been eaten. Look all this olearia just been nibbled down the side here on the stem. So what I can see it's stressing is a kind of the lack of kind of coloration, or the yellow in here is showing a sign of something. So Gozzy, you just stop what you're doing, mate. Leave the greenery. I might have to find a new home for you. But if we go over here quickly, I'm not going to talk about everything, but I was talking earlier and a bird flew out of here. So I think there's a nest in amongst these pallets just there. So as much as these pallets are wind protection, they're like kind of unintentional creature hotels too, because imagine all these little nooks and crannies. You see like in between there, you can make like a little nest in there and in here. There's lots of like, it's just a nice little place. It's like instantaneous kind of home for anything that kind of would inhabit. There's tons of woodlouse in them too, so obviously the rot is happening. As you can see down here, look, they're starting to kind of fall apart. It's 2021 I put this together, folks, so, and one day we'll take this off. When I start talking about trees, we'll cut this up and see if it worked, because it still looks green, it's still alive, so fingers crossed it's kind of taken root. But last time I made a vlog, these gunnery weren't popping out at all. So in these 2 weeks you can see, but the weather has been really bad, folks. Been really bad. This was so nice on your hand, nice, rough and ready. But everything looks good. You can see the ribes here about to flower, doing its thing. Should have lots of currants this year too. The stinging nettles are starting to pop up, a sign of high nitrogen. There's lots of them all over the place, because I've said this before, we had lots and lots of chickens in here and lots of ducks, and now we have a persistent, pecky, nibbly goose, and you got caught in the action there. Look, he's just nibbling everything. Just nibble that, mate. I should get him some toys, innit? Maybe that can keep him happy. And a friend. That might be a good idea. The thing is, Madge does come in here. I clipped this bird's wings, but she still managed to get back in here. Anywho, so we move over to here, and this is the little vernal pool bank, and I've just kind of shoved in loads of kind of fuchsia in here. I don't think it's taken, but a lot of willow on the bank as well, and loads of mint. I can't remember the exact mint this is, but it's spread like crazy, and I love plants that spread. I don't mind, doesn't bother me in the slightest. I quite like it. It's doing its thing. It's just taken over the place, and I can pick it and use it, and it flowers, and the bees like it, and it just does exactly what it says on the tin. And this little patch here, prime example of the pallets I need to prop up. I don't want them to kind of mess up the trees. I'm not sure if there's a tree underneath there, but is it pressing on anything? It's just a load of crap. I must just take it apart and just burn it. There's no point trying to put that together. It is done and dusted. So maybe if I were to paint these pallets, I could get a bit more life out of them, but that's just log. Like, you want the heat treated, and you kind of want to be as chemical free as possible. I say that you can't always get away with things like, I ain't got all the money, but I'd love to be as eco as possible, but I ain't got the money for that. So you have to make do with what you got. So I've had to use a lot of these old bits of wood here just to kind of fill in the gaps. Yes, there's a bit of paint on them, but like, hey ho, that's life. But again, if you were to kind of have a bit more time and effort, you could paint these guys and then kind of give them a bit more life, more of a lifespan. But I'm confident with the growth that these guys have provided for me. If anything, I could always reinforce outside the front with more pallets just to kind of add on to the blockade. And maybe that might do a thing, but then it's not 144, but I don't know how many pallets are out the side, but that's a lot of gathering for me. You're getting brave, aren't you? And I think you trust me. I think I should spend a whole day in here. I'm sure he'll kind of learn to love me again. Like I said, I was his mummy. So what else we got? Well, we've got the mega willow here. I need to cut this back and get some cuttings off this. I'm actually just cut this in half again. I'll cut this in half, and you can hear this is red willow. which grows really well up here. You can see how quickly it's grown. This was really short last year. Literally, I cut it right down. And you can see it's just going to, there's like maybe 5 or 6 types of willow in here. There was weeping. This is weeping, but it looks really bad. And I put loads of kind of sediment and goodness on here, so, and lots of biochar in between this space. So it's been fed a hell of a lot over the winter time. So my fingers crossed it bounces back and kind of comes and shows its face and looks spectacular, because this is like going to be like some massive dense bush of a tree type. I don't know, it's just going to look amazing. It's like a weird experiment. Had some spare willow left over, so I thought, why not chuck it in? So I'm not sure what else to talk about. You can see a lot of comfrey kind of popping back as well, showing its face. Gozzy doing its thing. Love to, oh, this is birch. I put this in last year. Okay, it looks amazing. It's grown a little bit, but I just can't wait for things to just thicken up here, just so I can just slow the wind down. But again, I've got lots of trees, but we'll talk about that in a sec. We'll talk about it in another vlog, actually. It's a lot easier to kind of keep them separate. But overall, this space is looking fantastic, and I can't wait. And look at the horse chestnut popping through just there. This was a lot taller than it was. I've got to mind this. And it's funny, isn't it, how these ribes are a bit behind from this. Like every bit of this space almost is like a different type of microclimate, because obviously the wind's hitting this a bit more regularly. That's a bit more shelter just there. That is closer to the sun. But again, it's just like, it's funny how you can watch things and how they develop, because this bit of ground as well was lacking something. You can see the discoloration. It's not as popping green, it's not as lime, not as good green as that down there. So there's a lot of kind of feeding to do potentially. I might kind of get some of his bedding. He's got like a stalagmite of poo over there, and this is how I remember stalagmite. Stalagmite goes up, stalactites goes down. You want to pull tights down, that's how I remember it. Wink wink. So yes, Gozzy. So yeah, so I'm going to give this guy this section a feed. You can see escalona coming through again with a bogey green life just here. Very good plant to have. Oh, it's about to flower. Flowers from October to March. Either way, can flower from October to March or March to October. Either one is very happy. I need to kind of make do with that dogwood just there too, because this is a type, I can't remember what kind of dogwood it is. Might be Cornus alba, but I need to kind of make more cuttings of it because it just gets battered. The sheep, well, when this was open, the sheep used to come in and peck it. I think the ducks do come in. We'll go and have a look quickly. In fact, let me just go over there now. It's easier. I just don't want to break anything. Let's get a closer look, because I was talking about horse chestnuts, and these are kind of sticky. I remember when I first saw these when I was started gardening. I was going to touch them. I was just like, ew, does it smell anything? I can get my nose on it. You can watch me sniff. Slight sweet. Oh, I went right my nose up. Don't try that at home. Oh, this is breaking down as well. Okay, yeah, these are starting to get a bit shite, mate. These pallets, but like I said, I'm confident these plants are going to get thick enough. And like I said, this should hold up and stop the rabbits. Like, I might just reinforce it. I think what I'll do over the summertime, in fact, next winter, I'll reinforce this, because in the summertime this would be very difficult to get to, because this is just going to be full green. But horse chestnut here looking pretty. It was a lot taller, but it got grazed by deer on this side before we got deer fencing in. And this dogwood do really well here. Very good plant for kind of wild forage for bees and stuff, and birds. And I've got some red, was it Cornus? I think Cornus alba is the red one, and this is a different type of dogwood. So I would like to get more dogwoods in here, because they do really well up here. They like they're in a wet ground. And this macrodonta is just enveloping for us right now. Look, putting out its goodness. Bit of stress in there, but that's life up in Uist. It's always going to get battered by something. Dartonii just sitting pretty. And this is red campion, though. The wild geranium. That smells kind of strange. You must have seen it. It come from the mainland. Must have come in a pot, but it's the only place I've ever seen it here. So got a proper distinct smell. Look at that bird making this. I should get that wizard. What's it called? Merlin app. Anyways, another one is that Olearia's good observation here is that they get a bit top heavy, and you can see all the macrodontas are standing tall. They're sitting pretty. They're doing their thing. When I say macrodonta, this is macrodonta, folks. Macrodonta Dartonii traversii. And traversii are renowned for falling down and getting blown down in the wind. It's happened a few times over there. So what you need to do is cut them right back. So what I'm going to do is maybe cut this back a foot and maybe stake it up again, because you can see it's really wibbly wobbly, and maybe just about up to here, and then just stake it in the ground somewhere else to make more babies, and this will thicken up, and then this will become like a lovely, I might even shove some this side just to even it out, so this kind of comes. Honestly, I want to be in the summertime. You can't see, you lose track. I mean, I can't see Gozzy now obviously because the evergreens and he's small, but you can lose a person in here come summertime. So it's solution. As I said, there's always a solution. It's never about like, I know it's sad, it's been blown down, it's going to get in the way or something. Sorry, I'm getting snagged. But again, cut it back and shove it in the ground. It can just gives you more. It gives you the reason to kind of cut it back and sort it out and kind of make more babies and make more cuttings. But it just needs to be strong at the base. And I've seen a lot of them where they literally are like really strong and dense at the bottom, and then once they're going to find their feet, because they're going to grow too fast. Oh look, and there's some fireweed about to pop through here as well, which is kind of nice. Anywho, like I said, I don't know what else to talk about. I feel like I've talked about everything. If you wanted me to talk about anything specific in here, hit me up in the comments and I'll happily kind of digress. And again, yeah, I think it is Gozzy. Look, the Gracillina's been battered just here as well. Gozzy, you got to stop that. What is that? Oh, it's a Viburnum Bodden Intense. Lovely flower. It survived because obviously you got this shelter. These are one of the first things I planted in here. The type of guild in here, folks. But like I said, I'm not going to go and talk about everything. But let me flip you guys around. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll make another vlog. I mean, what I'm going to do, my little thing I'm going to do for the pallet garden is that every month I'm going to make a vlog about this space so you can see the difference and see what happens in just this small area, like, and how quickly things change, because it's a funny place up here. We don't get autumn. We get spring, summer, and then winter. That's literally it, because all the leaves just drop. A storm will come and then drop off all the leaves, and then you're just exposed, and it's just like, And yeah, look at the lovage. So I'm going to flip you around again. The lovage in 2 weeks has kind of popped up, and I've got some lovage over there that I need to dig out because that gets lost, but I'm trying to spread the lovage love. And yeah, it's looking good, and horse chests are looking happy over here. So there's a lot of things I need to do. I've got like lots going on in right now. Yeah, there's lots and lots going on right now, but again, I'm going to keep on top of it. And again, look, here's Oliera doing the whole floppity thing, but again, I'll cut it back and spread the love. Anyways, guys, that is me. I'm done rambling about this place. Like I said, I'm vlog in this space every month, just so you can show how this develops. It's almost like my mini weird allotment.